All right. Welcome to the Scorched Earth podcast, the sports division for Sunday, February 23rd, 2025. And boy, college basketball is really starting to heat up. I can't wait for March Madness. Hopefully we're going to have some special analysts. Hopefully I can get Uncle Mike. He's the guy. He's the man. Best handicapper I've ever seen. We'll talk about that, talk about the tournament. We're just working out the details right now. But if you could, while I do work out those details, hit the like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us, and leave some comments. Like I said, I'm having problems with my iPhone, but I am going to get to them, I promise. All right, starting out Saturday night, the Lakers went to Denver and smoked the Nuggets. Luka, boy, here we go. Here we go. Great night. Best night as a Laker. 32, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. He was dominant. He is really starting to get into the rhythm of that team. And him and LeBron, just phenomenal. My heart goes out to any Dallas fan. Because, I was talking to somebody today about that, and I was like, I'm a Boston fan. That'd be like trading Larry Bird. Paul Pierce maybe, I don't know. Like, how do you ever get over that? How did you not ruin the franchise forever? The guy is so irreplaceable. And then even when you do trade him, at some point, don't you have to put him out on the market and literally get the largest haul ever for a trade? 10, 15 first rounds. I don't even know. I don't know what the max is, but, I think 5 would be it. I think you can get one every other year. But, you can do pick swaps the other 5. I really think there's teams out there that would give 10 first-round picks to get Luka. He is that special. But, I just look at him, being a Celtic fan, it's like, how do the Lakers keep finding this? It's like Bill Simmons says, it's like they're born on third base. They don't have to go through the same development, the same pain as everybody else. They're heading for a crash, and then all of a sudden somebody picks them up with a drone and takes them to the other side, and then they're on open highway for another 2 days. It's like, wow, man, how do they do it? All right, Greg Popovich not coming back this season. Recovering from a stroke. I'm going to tell you guys a funny story. I don't know if it's funny. So back in the day, me and my friends, I had a friend who went to the Claremont colleges. And what we would do is we'd go over there, we'd go to parties, we'd get drunk, and then we'd go see a basketball game. And Greg Popovich was coaching the team, and they were terrible. Literally, we'd be in the stands, we'd be toasted, and you could hear Greg talking to the guys, and, the team would, win 1 or 2 games a year. We went there for 3 years, my friend did, and we would go to the games. We probably went to about 15 or 20. They were so bad, it was almost a ritual to go and just haze them. Literally, you could say stuff to the players. There was only 20 people in the gym. I swear to you, it was 20 people. You could literally talk to the players. And we'd get drunk. And, as the game got out of hand, and they got down by 15 or 20 and Popovich is trying to say something, we'd be like, man, we need a real coach. Little did we know that guy would end up being the best coach who ever lived. It's like saying, oh, yeah, on that high school team, I was really riding that guy at the end of the bench. Turned out to be Michael Jordan. It's like, oh my God. For 3 years, we rode Greg Popovich, but he was always a good sport. A couple times after the game, he came up and talked to us, and he's like, the kids are trying. And I always thought that was really cool. He wasn't that guy who was trying to save his job and just be a total POS. He was like, hey, man, the kids are trying. We're just trying to get there, We're just lacking. He was, I think that was his phrase. I don't really remember it exactly, but it's pretty so much like we're just lacking in certain areas. Yeah, like height, talent, ability. Yeah. Other than that, these kids were all academic superstars. It was like when literally the one game a year they would win or they had a chance to win was Caltech, Yeah. Okay. All right. Joel Embiid benched. Lost their 7th straight game. They put him down in the fourth quarter. This guy's got some serious problems. Let's just compound it with the fact that he signed a 3-year, $193 million extension in September. My personal opinion is he shouldn't have played in the Olympics. I thought so at the time. I thought it was too much. He just wanted a gold medal. And this guy is he's just that guy. I mean, he lost his first 2 years in the NBA, right? The guy's an extreme talent, but it's like Anthony Davis. Maybe he's a little worse than Anthony, but what good's the talent if you can't get on the floor? And they signed Paul George, who is just literally a catastrophic signing. I will say this. I thought the Clippers totally screwed up not offering the fourth year. Obviously, Lawrence Franks, Steve Ballmer knew what they were doing. Give them credit, man. That's why they're basketball guys. That's why I'm just some dude on a podcast, right? All right. Embiid has only played 19 games out of 56 this year. Oh, my God. 19. Jesus. Oh, my God. All right, in spring training, the Yankees use the automatic ball and strike system, ABS, to extend an inning. They turned a strikeout into a walk. You know, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. They're bringing in robo umpires. I think that's absolutely what's coming. Is they're just going to put cameras on it. And there's going to be about a guy, and you're going to see up on the board, or somehow they're going to announce whether it's a ball or strike. The umpire behind the plate, he'll be there for the play at the plate, but they're getting close to getting rid of him. They are really getting. I mean, really, I know they got to keep the game going, but man, you know, we now have instant replay on the line calls and everything. I mean, they're kind of dicing it up. It'll be interesting to see what the evolution of the home plate umpire is in the next 3 or 4 years. All right, like I talked about in college basketball, Alabama beat Kentucky 96-83. Alabama looks good. I think Kentucky is way over their head. I know they're having a good season under Mark Pope, but personally, I think a lot of that is Calipari. I think you're going to it's to me, it's like when Tubby Smith took out on after Rick Pitino. You know, the system was there, everything was there. And I know your argument is, well, Calipari lost in the first round last year, didn't even get out of it. Yeah, I get it. I do. But I think he built a machine. I'm not sold on Mark Pope. I really am not. Whatever. I know Calipari isn't doing very well at Arkansas. He took a lot of the good players from Kentucky there. You know, they got some good NIL money, but I guess time will tell the tale. The team that really baffles me is Houston. Half the time I think they can win the title, and the other half I don't think they're going to get out of the first weekend. Yesterday they won a big game. They beat Iowa State 68-59. I thought Iowa State was going to win this game. It just everything lined up, but they're playing well. Houston plays really, really well. I just worry they're going to choke in that first weekend. Arkansas beat Missouri, 15th ranked Missouri, 92-85. Maybe Coach Cal can get on a little run. Maybe they can make some noise before they get to the tournament, because they've had a lackluster year to begin with, or to say the least. BYU, which really is a surprising team to me, beat Arizona at Arizona 96-95. BYU, I mean, now there's another good example. Mark Pope was their coach last year. I think the system and the players are still in tune from there. I think next year you're going to see a deeper decline, but they're playing pretty well. I still don't see them getting out of the first weekend in the NCAA. But, you know, so much of that depends who you play, right? Let's be honest. PGA of Mexico, this is where everybody goes to play who's 50 and below so they can get their tour card for the next 2 years because they get the win. They want to get some FedEx points. I looked at it, and there's nobody out there. There's nobody in the crowd. There's nothing. It looks like a live event. It is literally terrible and terrible. Pot Geyer, this kid's something. This is somebody, if he wins tomorrow, this is somebody to look at. I know this is crazy. I'm just telling you, I understand golf. This is somebody to look at in the Masters. They don't have any rough, that course setup. Just like that, this kid bombs the ball a long way. I know everybody does. And I know you got to know the Augusta greens. I understand all that, but I'm talking about this kid for a top 20. I bet you can get 5-1 on that. But let's just see where we get. He has to get through this weekend. He's 20 under. Campbell is at 19 under going into the final round, and we got Steven Yeager at 17 under. Those are pretty much your top three bunched together. There's somebody else back at 15 under. I personally like Campbell here. I think he's got a little more experience. I think he's ready to roll. They're all going to be in the same threesome, so it should be an interesting time. But my pick today is I would take Campbell. You know, you're probably going to get him at plus 130, plus 150, you know, something like that. I think that's a good price for him. All right, if you could, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll recap everything from the weekend tomorrow night. And, hey, leave your comments. I'd really appreciate hearing them. All right, have a good day. Bye.